What's up, everybody? This is the Anime Squad Podcast, episode 42. My name is Robbie.
And this is Omar.
And this is David.
And today, we're bringing you guys week 3 of our winter anime season. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you guys want to see more of our stuff.
Yes, it really helps us out. So
of course. And
much love.
Yeah, to start things off, we're going to be talking about a very special anime, redo of Healer, episode 2.
Yeah, what a change of pace this anime.
Yeah, so
we knew coming into the anime, like, it had some
edginess.
Yes, etchiness, and things going with it.
TVMA stuff going on.
Yeah, so but I wasn't prepared for what it had to behold.
Nah, it's to keep things safe. This handles a lot of touchy subjects. I think it's kind of safe to say that anybody that wanted to bail out of the anime already has.
Yeah.
Already have.
Yeah.
And spoiler alert. Unfortunately, we're also of the crowd as well.
Yeah, this it's targeted to a very special audience.
Yeah.
that enjoy this type of
Revenge.
Very
much. A lot of it. I mean, this kind of has the same thing going on as, like, say, interspecies reviewers, or like, what we reviewed before, or we talked about before, Peter Grills.
Yeah.
But this one handles it on a very, very, like, serious kind of manner, I guess.
Yeah.
Very much in the realm of revenge and such as that. So it is very hard to watch, but we give you guys the option, and we're going to be doing this for quite a few series here as well.
Yeah.
That any series that we cut from this week, if you guys want us to bring back for any reason in particular, we're free to do so.
Yeah.
So that's why we said make sure to keep a like and comment. But in regards to kind of what we thought, okay, bar the whole serious stuff, all the naughty stuff, and just hard to watch stuff in general. It is very, more or less, besides all of that, very standard in terms of revenge. Main character is wronged. If you break it down in its most simplest form, main character is wronged. He gets a chance to, again, redo a lot of what the wrong that had done to him.
Yeah.
And he basically dishes it back to who wronged him tenfold, basically.
Yeah, and for some people, they might call that justice, or what camp you sit on that.
Yeah, it's very open-ended, and because, again, what happened to the main character, it is messed up.
Yes.
It's messed up, but like it comes down to morality. Is it okay for what happened with the main character to do it again? So it's just kind of like the cycle. It's a very similar. It's kind of a weird comparison to make. There's very similar. Another show that kind of tackled the issue in a more thorough scenario was Full Metal Alchemist.
Ah.
They remember how the whole, like, with Scar and stuff like that, it's like the circle of hatred.
Yeah.
It's like it's all about, like, breaking that circle. So it's there. This circle's not breaking anytime soon, as this episode has.
No. That's clearly shown
demonstrated.
The other half of the episode.
Pretty much towards the end, he's like, "Oh, I'm still continuing my revenge."
Yeah. He's still gonna go on, because there's still two more party members in there that we've seen from that first episode that had wronged him, that is still on the loose. So.
Yeah. So.
What's your thoughts on
that? This is not for me, honestly. I mean, that's why we're cutting it. But it has its audience, like I said before. Yeah. And other than that, I mean, the whole revenge thing, like, it has done many times, and it's done better in other shows. So if you're looking for a story, I don't think this might be it.
Right.
There's other better revenge stories to tell in other anime series. So that's all we have to say about this. Cause
you could say. Rabbi said it earlier.
Yeah.
No, a while ago when we were talking about it. Oh, no, we were watching the show itself.
Right.
The Shield Hero.
Shield Hero.
He had his revenge too.
Shield Hero, like, he also had his method of revenge as well. But I feel like this is kind of like the a way to compare it is kind of like the two sides of the same coin. It's like with Shield Hero, the whole society in general like wronged him, including the princess, same as this case. But the way he handled it was more accepting in that regard, because he in a lot of sense he kind of still keeps his humanity intact.
Yeah.
You could, I guess, you could argue if the main character here, Kiragu, that's what he renamed himself, by the way, Kiragu, if that's what he does as well. But again, it's all subjective. That's the reason why like this anime is very, very divisive. This anime has quite a few fans for how daring it is.
Yeah.
And it also has a lot of naysayers as well. In terms of where I stand, I've never really been one for just watching an anime just simply for shock value. And unfortunately, I'm of the same boat that this anime, besides the shock value, doesn't really go much else. Like once you know kind of what's gonna happen, then there's nothing else it can really offer. That's just my interpretation.
I mean, that's what all this anime is the shock value, which is literally like majority of this episode of that shock value. So if you don't like that, then this is not for you at all.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. But hey, like we said, just we're cutting any anime that we cut here can be rezzed back for you guys.
And I guess for me, I'm the same boat with you guys.
Yeah.
The only thing that was like, I guess, different in general is like the main character actually just becomes insane at this point.
Yeah.
And I don't think he'll ever go back.
No,
he's done. He's done being the hero.
There's very little that I could also see where like he can go from there in terms of, I think the one maybe glimmer of light that I feel like the series might introduce back into is maybe like the end of the timeline of that first episode where he was like he saved the demon or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like that whole thing might tie in together somehow. That's just my theory.
Yeah.
Again, none of us have really looked into the light novels or manga or anything. That's why when we saw this episode, this was a huge shocker. But I don't know.
We don't check mostly like like someone
most cases
reviewing or anything. We go in there like without knowing anything about the show.
Going in blind.
Yeah. But that's all we got to say about Redo of Healer. Moving on to
the next anime, we have Otherside Picnic, episode 3. So I guess we should probably mention this right now. This is also yet another anime that we're dropping.
And
I think it's due to the fact that there is another anime that has the same premise and just does a way better job than this.
Absolutely, in every department. We're gonna go more deep into it on that when we talk about it.
Yeah. But like other than like, that being said, like this episode, like it kind of just like foreclosed it to me, saying like this is not it. Like,
to me, I think the big issue with this one is that there's no like a setting of what they're gonna do other than try to find the girl.
Other than finding Toriko's friend Satsuki, like that's pretty much it. And like in terms of showing us, okay, these are what the girls can do, there's not much really else that it really offers.
And then in this episode in general, that I was kind of confused on what they were trying to do in general.
I
guess
they went to the
big head village. They went to the big head village.
What were you gonna say, Omar?
I guess they were just exploring the area more, because that's all they've been doing, just exploring.
Just getting an understanding of this
location,
the other
world,
side.
the other side.
And just there's points where I'm like dozing off in this.
Because they weren't getting anywhere. And
no.
Most of the areas didn't look pretty.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's very gray and dull.
Yeah.
So that was pretty. At least if it was like well design or like pretty backgrounds and stuff, at least that would keep us busy. But
like I like what they did with the second episode with the folklore, like with the tall lady
Hashiraku-sama.
I like that aspect, and I kind of wish
like if they went to like an episodic way.
Yes, like with more folklore. Maybe it is, maybe I'm just dumb because I really don't know it that well, but like it didn't gravitate me, man. I'm just like I checked out completely.
Yeah, it's just kind of like the same pretty much formula that we've seen in the past couple episodes, where it's like, okay, the duo goes, they take the elevator, they go to the other side, they find a thing, they defeat it, and then they kind of they get, I guess, a little bit more info, and then that's kind of it. Yeah. So it's just trying to. Again, there's another anime in this list that does all the above way better, and that's the reason why this one's getting cut.
Yeah. All
right. All right, moving on. Gonna be talking about another demon-esque anime, Kemono Jihen, episode 2. We get more context. We get more characters and context about like kind of what everything is, and I think in terms of what I would compare it to, and I think it's just mostly because of the Tanuki, the Tanuki guy. Mm-hmm. He really reminds me of Laurent, from Great Pretenders. Really? I guess in terms of his like, I don't know, like he's like a more shaggier, not as cool or suave Laurent. Because like he's like a leader. He recruits.
He's just a laid back guy.
He's a laid back guy. Laurent is also that way too.
Yeah.
If anything, is like Kakashi or. Like stuff like that. You get me?
Yeah,
the senpai of the.
But another reason why I was saying Great Pretender is because like they're also kind of like a group of not really misfits or anything like that. They're
investigators.
Yeah, they're investigators. As like Great Pretender is like about the heist.
Yeah.
Thrill of the chase.
It's funny how their company's called Monster, I think.
Yeah, something like that. And we also get introduced to two new characters, both of which I don't think they said the name for, but just in case, I'll leave the names over here.
Yeah. Spider Boy,
and Instagram fabulous model.
Yes, Insta famous boy.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. There's. Like I said in the first episode, like it didn't like impact me, and especially in this one, like I really feel it. Like I'm not like paying attention to these characters as much as I want to. Like,
and we're trying.
Yeah, and I'm trying here.
Yeah.
And I honestly, the only shiny part about this episode was the bug scene.
Oh yeah.
That was like
that was the climax.
So far, I enjoyed the main character.
Oh, the demon boy.
Yeah.
I guess so.
It's something different since he's not actually human.
I mean, I guess.
But that's the only thing that's. So far that's good for me, in general. I'm not saying you, Ravi, me in particular.
Yeah.
No, I understand, but I was just gonna say, to me, I don't agree, and I don't disagree, and that's only because of the fact that like the main character, I mean, they said it themselves that Kabane, the main character, he doesn't have much of a personality because of the fact that the foster mother like pretty much like got like beat it out of him.
Yeah, they killed that part of him.
They killed that part of him pretty much. Yeah. So it also, another anime that reminds me of is Dragon's Dogma, because of the whole pawn thing, where like pawns don't feel emotion. So I'm predicting that like Kabane is gonna actually get more emotion later down the line.
Like he'll actually care for his like allies and stuff.
Yeah, so
I can see that. Yeah, that's all I have to say. There's nothing much to talk about this one, for me, honestly.
Yeah, it's very standard of the line kind of thing. I mean, I guess it's kind of cool that like we didn't get to know what the status quo of the whole series was until this episode, because the last episode was only mainly about how Kabane gets recruited in and his backstory and stuff. So, at this point we know all that, and so we're just kind of introduced to the crew.
Yeah.
Which I assume we would be getting more of.
Yeah, they tease in the end of the episode. Another person.
So. Overall, though, we're still giving this anime the 3 treatment. Next episode we'll see. This is walking on a very thin line. So the third episode, if it wows us, we'll continue this. If not, then it's gonna get cut.
Yeah.
So
we'll see.
We
will see. All right. With that, on to the next anime. We have low tier character Tomozaki-kun, episode 3.
And thankfully, you don't have to worry about saying that name much more. The other spoiler alert. We're cutting this one. This is the one.
No.
I'll say this. This is the one of all the ones that we've cut so far. This is the one that I personally would have wanted to keep the most. Yeah. Simply because of the fact that I liked all the characters mostly. I like most of the characters. Most of the girls here are great. And then the main character, I'm interested. Tomozaki in particular, I'm interested. I really want to see where he goes, like in terms of his growth.
Yeah, he is changing as a character, which I like to see.
Yeah,
but I still don't like him. The only reason I'm kind of regretting like cutting it is the girls. They do steal this show.
Yeah.
So
this episode in particular, we had a great character moment from Kikuchi.
Yes.
The short-haired girl.
Yes, that loves reading.
Mm-hmm. And she's a maid. She's a maid waitress.
Yes.
I don't have really much else to say, really.
It's just our MC still trying to learn how to talk to women.
Yeah.
And, basic romance like advice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, keep on topic and, be you.
Getting his wins every so often, but of course stumbling along the way.
Yeah. So he still has his imperfections, and even at this point, he still has cringe.
Yeah, definitely.
That still stays there.
Definitely.
Which is I like that it's consistent with it at this point. Because of the first episode, I wasn't liking it because it was very cringy.
Yeah.
But like since he's learning on the way, and it's less cringy, but he still has it. Like I like that.
Yeah, this was definitely a. I feel like this anime is definitely more of a slow burn, and I wouldn't be surprised if this anime does end up like plateauing on a really high note. So I mean I don't know. It's we're still on episode 3 here.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I think the reason I'm like okay cutting with it because we do have another anime.
We do, yeah.
That has the similar beats that this one does.
Right, and then we do as a group we do prefer that one a little bit more than this one. It's not that big. It's not that big of a divisiveness as with Sekai with the other one.
It's not a bad cut like the last other two we did.
Oh yeah, that one's.
What about you, David? What do you think?
Well, that's pretty much it. There's nothing else to talk about the show. Like I said, pretty much it's a pretty simple show.
Yeah, it's very simple. I'm definitely gonna be keeping up with it on my end.
If anything, we'll in general, just watch it.
Yeah.
On our own.
We'll watch it on our own.
We'll see what happens.
Might make it to our top 10. Who knows? I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I hope. All right.
I like this anime a lot. I mean, this was the one anime that, like, as a group, I was like, oh man, we're really cutting this one. I liked it a lot.
If you guys have different opinions than ours and you want us to keep it, then write it down in the comments.
Hopefully, this one.
All right. I guess with that, let's wrap up to the next anime we got.
Yeah, and the next anime we got is suppose a kid from the last dungeon Boonies moved to a starter town.
Episode 3,
yeah. I had the luck of having to read that one. Oh man, this was a meh episode.
It was very meh, but I think it needed to happen.
Yeah.
To have like the story more involved. And I think I digged it more because now like each character is important, like into the story, like because it was just mostly our main character and his shenanigans. That was basically what the 2 episodes were. But this one was like, all right, now the world is being the character.
Right. Yeah.
With Miss Mari
with Mary, otherwise known as Maria.
What?
What a twist! The princess is actually the witch that Lloyd's living with.
And it's basically her episode.
It is, yeah.
It's basically her episode, but like Robbie said here, it was pretty like meh at best.
Mm-hmm.
But
if anything, it dragged off way too much.
It's mostly because the second half was the most interesting part of the episode. But like the first half I felt like meandered on a little bit too long with the whole gag of, I know who you are, you know, kind of thing. And then she actually says, I'm the princess, but then she backtracks and says, Oh no, I meant to say that I was. I have these incense or whatever, stuff like that.
And
just
she does it like a couple of times, and they all fall for it all the time, and I'm just like, come on, guys.
It was just a waste of a good solid 5 minutes.
Yeah, and so it didn't need to be there, honestly. No. But with that being said, we are keeping this one.
We're keeping this one, yeah.
Yes, I think after all, we're keeping the rest of the animes we're talking about, right?
No. There's one more on the cutting floor.
But yeah, this one we kept because it did have strong 2 episodes, and the third one, meh. But we'll see from the rest of the anime.
Yep.
And with that being said, on to the next anime, which is okay.
There you go.
I finally found my notes. The last anime we're cutting off. The hidden dungeon only I can enter, episode 3.
Episode 3. So this one is coincidentally also getting cut for the same reason as Tomozaki-kun and Urasekai Picnic is, because it also has a
very similar premise on the other animes we're watching this season. It's now that I'm hearing it saying out loud, I see a theme going on.
Yeah. I do too.
Yeah, which is crazy, but
well, this one's just because of fantasy wise. It's just the fantasy world.
Yeah,
it's not following any other story other than fantasy world.
No, yeah. It has the fantasy tropes that you see in a lot of fantasies. But we cut this one. I think this episode was alright.
It was alright, yeah.
At best. I forget which episode I liked. I liked the first one.
Yeah, the first one, the first episode. Just the fact that we got introduced to the premise of what Noir was about and kind of what his powers were interesting. But other than that, it didn't really. It sort of stagnated. I feel like from 2, and then also kind of a little bit of 3 too.
Yeah.
Where it's just okay, we have to do a quest. And now we have to, now we're in the academy, and now we have to stop the curse of this one character.
Well, wait, hold up. We gotta do some ecchi stuff.
Oh, we got to fit in that ecchi.
Yes.
That ecchi bits, of course, because it is, again, the cool thing, I guess, and the cool novelty about this anime is the fact that the ecchi material, the fan service material, is incorporated into the plot. That was pretty smart.
Yeah, it is. I give kudos to that, but other than that, it's just it's very
the plot itself has to stand on its own.
Yeah.
Which doesn't seem like it is.
Yeah, I don't find it interesting other than when they do the ecchi stuff. I'm like, okay, how is this guy gonna get more life points to overcome this obstacle in the plot? And that's all I have to say.
Yeah. Teacher's great though.
Oh yeah, the mercenary teacher.
Yeah,
she was cool for what she came in.
Yeah. What about you, David?
No, that's pretty much it too.
All right. Well, that's it for Hidden Dungeon.
Moving on, we go to. Okay. So this one forward, we're not cutting any of them. This one, we're legit keeping all of them. Moving on to Mushoku Tensei, episode 2.
Also known as Jobless Reincarnation. I would seriously try if I go to another world. Episode 2.
Yeah. And a solid episode, honestly. It still adds on to the I guess to the backstory of Rudy. But what I like about this episode is that it gives us more of an insight as to who Rudy was in his past life.
Yes.
Oh my goodness! Now that we saw
what a
full, I'll say this. Okay.
Isn't that what you expected?
No, it is not what I expected. Because the thing about a lot of these reincarnation type anime is that you always see the MC. You always hear the descriptions oh, I was an otaku nerd loser that didn't have any friends and stuff. And you see in most cases, they're not that bad looking. At most, they were, or at least they were average, right? They were average in terms of design, in terms of looks. This guy right here, this guy Rudy's past life, was complete slob.
Yeah.
Pretty much. You could actually see it in his design and what he was doing prior. What was it? His parents died, and
he didn't even show up.
He didn't even show up to the funeral. He was just literally inside, holed up in his room, masturbating and stuff like that. It was just Yeah, it was just messed. It was messed up.
He was the definition of what I like to call it, an ugly bastard.
Yeah. Oh yeah, very much so.
But since he got isekai'd.
Yeah, well, that one act of heroism,
which shows us that he's not like the worst person ever. That he still has his heroism, which hopefully in this new life, like the title says, he does better.
Right, and you get to see a lot of that improvement because you also throughout the episode you also see glimpses of him going through trauma and stuff like that in regards to actually the reason why he didn't leave his house, because he was heavily bullied by all his peers and his classmates and everything, even tying him to the school gate and everything. It's a lot of messed up stuff.
Yeah, which he basically became a shut-in.
Oh yeah, that's
which I liked about the aspect in the anime where even though he's in the fantasy, he has his conscience from the world and it still affects him.
Yeah,
fantasy.
It's still actively talked about, which that's kind of the one thing I a lot of the recent isekai anime that we've been seeing, reincarnation anime, is just they just completely glaze over the fact
they're
that,
heck yeah.
Yeah, they're oh cool, fantasy world. That's the reason why I feel Subaru in ReZero, he was all gung ho about it.
Yeah.
He didn't care about his past life, past life or anything like that.
Yeah, in the beginning.
He was expecting this anime right here.
Yeah. No, yeah, and it's true. And I really dig that about it, and especially the whole. Training with
Roxy.
With Roxy, I really enjoyed that as well.
Mm-hmm.
And how
did you enjoy the other part too?
What other part?
You erased it from your mind.
Honestly, yeah, I did. But now that you brought it up,
I mean,
it was the most random thing for you.
It was.
Just say, man.
It parallel. I mean, Roxy pleasuring herself did parallel with the whole the whole thing that. that Rudy used to do in his past life. So,
yeah.
I mean, he was hey, that was me, basically. Because, Rudy's parents, they're a loving couple. They love each other very much.
And they don't shut up.
No.
They laugh.
Especially at night, yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez. Every night.
But yeah, I love the whole, Rudy overcoming his fears of leaving the house, leaving the area, and then finally becoming the master water mage that he's trained to be. And it's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty cool to see. And then, obviously the end where Roxy had to go.
It was heartfelt. I mean, it was especially when he was, when he mentioned that, she basically, she doesn't even know it, but she helped me get rid of my fear of going outside. And it flawlessly, in my opinion, flawlessly explained flawlessly explained why he didn't even leave the house for the longest time, even though he was 5 years old.
Yeah. He
stayed in the house because of that fear.
For me, the thing that was crazy was Roxy, where she's oh damn, I don't have anything to teach at this point.
Yeah.
He's outbeating me at this point.
Yeah.
I'm I'm already doing I'm saying the incantation. No, how do you
the incantation, yeah.
Incantation, yeah. And he's just doing it by, without saying anything.
Without any injured horses either.
That was funny.
Oh, that was messed up. I was this horse is so nice. It's the nicest horse, and she does her sacred level magic and acts and
That's
nearly
for the
kills it.
Thing.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
That was funny.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Rudy at simply at the age of 5 already sacred water mage. I mean, honestly, I'm excited to see where he goes from there and kind of to see what other connections he makes to his past life. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's very cool, and can't wait to see more, man. This has caught my attention very much. So, All right. With that being said, on to the next anime. We have Hori. Can you say it for me, Robbie?
Horimiya?
Horimiya, episode 3. I need to get better at that.
It's all right, man. It's all right. Miyamura's backstory. We get to see a lot of what Miyamura was about when he was younger. And, okay, so I was able to follow, for the most part, when the backstory starts and when the backstory ends. But I can see why some people would kind of get confused as to where it ends off. Because I know, Omar,
it's me, yeah. Because I didn't know if he was still in the flashback or not in the flashback.
Yeah.
Because where they transition, it's he's still in high. They're
in high school.
They're still in school again. And
yeah.
But it's the current time, and I'm oh, okay. So I got a little bit lost there. But other than that, I like the story of how everyone was just basically, he was like, no one liked him in the beginning.
He was a shy guy.
He was a shy,
gloomy
throughout his whole school life, and then once he got to high school, everything changed, which happens to everybody.
Right? Yeah.
You ever been to high school? Like, everyone you knew in middle school was gone. You were alone. Like, no one cares about the backstory.
Nope.
Of your school life. You're new. You're cool. Or you're interesting. Just speak up.
Yeah. But it's a brand new slate.
Not for our main character.
Not for main character, which he had trouble. But I like it in the episode. They show like he has progressed and he has learned like low tier character.
Yeah.
But I liked his story a lot more. And
I think the one that came up to him was
Hori, yeah. And I think a good reason why is because we don't really need to see the progression for Miyamura and kind of like how he gets to his position where he does, because all of that's already it's all backstory. It's all already told.
Yeah.
Whereas Tomozaki-kun is all about the long haul. It's all about seeing the progression happen, unfold with before our eyes. So I think with Horimiya, it's like you already know that this all happened, and now it's just about, okay,
if we could get the connection.
Are we gonna get the connection? Are we gonna get to see Hori and Miyamura hook up and stuff like that? Actually get to admit to themselves, because we all know that they like each other.
Yeah.
But they don't know that they like each other.
Yeah, typical romance anime. It was
we're all for it.
It was funny with the fight.
Oh. At the end, yeah.
Yeah, the fight with Ishikawa, he's like, hey man, I know you like her. It's like, no.
Like, just say it, dude. And he's like, nah, bro, get off my case. And they fight over.
Yeah.
Dumbest reason.
We say fight, but like it was all Miyamura.
It was one-sided.
He was completely one-sided. He destroyed him.
Yeah. And then he pushed him down and started punching him. I was like, whoa.
He got him good.
Yeah, man. That was crazy. That was crazy to see.
Yeah.
Did not expect that from him.
Yeah, it was all around great episode.
Yeah, and it still keeps that cute, wholesome moments. Like it has.
Oh, I just remembered. Was it you that said last week you were like, oh man, I don't know. I'm kind of worried about what's gonna happen, because the end of the last episode.
Oh yeah, I was, and I still.
Are you still worried?
I am. I am still worried because anything could happen with them.
Anything can happen.
Because there's other players in this high school that trying to sabotage that.
Yeah, all comes down to Murphy's Law. Yeah. Anything bad that can happen, will happen.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I kind of like about the show. Like, you never know what to expect from the outcome. So, yeah, man. We're keeping it. And then, it's episode 3, obviously. Premiering it first. All right. Well, I guess.
Then moving on, we're going to talk about Wonder Egg Priority, episode 2. So we were kind of egging on as to kind of what anime paralleled with Urasekai Picnic, and it's this one. This is the one. This is the anime that, in our opinion, exceeds in every single way in regards to what Urasekai Picnic was trying to do.
Yes.
Not to decredit or belittle that anime. It has its strengths and whatnot, but this one hits it for us. When all the complaints that we had for that anime, this anime doesn't have to worry about it. The main character, Ai, is very interesting.
Yes.
I like kind of where she's coming from in regards to her backstory and kind of what she's trying to achieve. And the other side is very distinct, very colorful.
Yes.
And it has this so much like wonderment. It's really pretty. It's really pretty to look at.
No, yes, like I love Ai because she's like a very adorable character, and she even has the same color eyes as the other character in the other side
with the blue and.
So I'm sorry, I can't help to make the comparison to the two. But yeah, I love how in this episode she's already like kind of getting used to the other side of the world, like heavily so. Like she already has like weapons and like her imagination is like her power basically, and I think it was awesome. This was a great episode, honestly, especially like the egg that she had to tackle this time.
Yeah, which seemed to be like a color guard member who is very much dedicated to her craft with her very abusive coach.
And I like how each egg is a different answer. Because like the first one, it was running away and like survive. This one's like you gotta fight your fears.
Right.
So I was like, okay, that's actually smart. Like each egg is a different challenge. So I like that keeps me excited for the next episode.
Right. And like one interesting thing that I remember David bringing up that I don't think was completely answered in this episode or at all, or was are the kids that Ai is helping, are they actually dead or are they alive and they're still like trying to overcome? We don't know yet. We have our theories though. So
yeah, I think it's a strong thing because from what it looks like from the two girls that she saved, they have disappeared. Yeah. So I feel like it's like, conquering whatever problems you had before going to after going to the afterlife.
For me, I think they're on limbo.
Yeah.
And she's just leading them to heaven or hell or
heaven or hell.
Right. Yeah. I think so. But it could also be possible that they're in limbo while still being alive. Like maybe they're going through really heavy depression and like this is kind of like their way of being helped as well as like tackling their inner demons, literally.
So yeah, this one episode tackles all that. Yeah. So if you haven't seen this anime, I highly recommend it. This is like the one shocking anime I didn't expect to see.
And the animation, oh my goodness.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's still beautiful.
I'm amazed from the studio.
Cloverworks, yeah. I thought this was Kyoto Animation at first. I thought like this was like their project coming back after the tragic fires and stuff. But but yeah, no, this definitely blew our minds and expectations. And oh my god, that opening.
That's crazy.
The music within the
soundtrack.
The show,
yeah, the soundtrack's really good too. Man, we just compliments after compliments.
Yeah, man, because this show hits like it came out of nowhere and it hits every mark, man. Like, it's just perfect, man. And I'm excited for the next episode.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's Wonder Egg in a nutshell.
Yeah.
When I like that the episode connected with the first episode. Like the whole issue, how she got hurt, and then parents are like, "Hey, anything happening to you? Or did we do anything wrong and stuff?" But she's like, "No, I'm fine." Yeah, and stuff like that. So I enjoyed that part too. Yeah. Hopefully, we'll see what we got some injuries in this episode, but I guess they didn't happen in real life. I don't know.
I don't think so. I mean, I feel like she was wearing a neck brace at the end of the episode when the other character character that they introduced us to is in the ICU, because the other character went completely hard on saving the child, and she ended up with a lot of injuries again in the ICU unit. Yeah. So I feel like she did end up with some injuries, but it wasn't super severe like hers was.
Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna tackle what did happen to her.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they will.
So that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
All right. With that being said, on to the next anime.
Yeah, this one's also another one.
Yeah,
this is great.
This is fantastic. Skate the Infinite, episode 3. And man, yeah, man, we get introduced to Mia. Oh, Mia. My bad. And he's a trick skater. Yeah. And it's very cool to see. I kind of, I like the fact that they introduced a trick skater because we all see those YouTube videos. Those skaters do those cool tricks and stuff.
Right, like the ollies and like the 360s and stuff. Yeah,
doing those
kickflips. To you, I didn't like the character at all.
Mia.
Yeah, his story was boring too.
It's
like
like
kind of the plain.
It's very standard. It's like, you started skateboarding because you were into the craft. You really liked it,
and
but
you're the best at what you do. And
yeah,
stuff
now
like
you
that.
don't have any friends, so this is all you have. So you treat this as like your super serial thing.
It kind of reminded me of the guy from what was it, the gymnastics one?
Oh yeah.
Taiso Samurai.
Yeah. From Taiso Samurai. What was it?
The prodigy. The guy. I forget his name.
It's was it kind of got.
But yeah,
you put it up there.
Yeah. Either way, yeah. But other than
Tetsuo.
That's
his name is Tetsuo. Yeah.
Other than his weak backstory, I just like the fact that they introduced a trick skater, because there's like I said, there's a lot of those on YouTube, and I just like the fact like what he brought to the table on the race with all those tricks and whips.
Yeah. And also got to see like Langa like going through like different iterations of like his board, like even after like his training montage and like Reki designing him like skateboards and stuff. But like it's funny because David, you were not a fan of like the final board that Reki came up with.
I mean, it's just weird just having those combinations on the board.
But I mean, it makes sense because like
it does not make sense.
Dude was a snowboarder. That was it's a nice easy transition.
But still, no.
I just think that like, in the anime world, I think it's cool.
I guess, yeah.
But like in real context, it's like, what the hell are you doing? Like, I think it's gonna fall apart really badly. But I like that our main character like really is like helping his friend.
Yeah.
Like just make it more as comfortable as possible as a snowboard. And
I think that's the reason why like we were kind of doubting. I was like, wait, is Langa the main character? Like, we were thinking it was Reki, but like it's for the most part we've just mainly been seeing Langa kicking ass, in like the races and stuff.
But I think I like that too, because whenever you like
I feel like this might be like a duo.
Oh no, it's definitely a duo thing, yeah.
But like especially when like you meet someone new that does not know anything, like the hobby that you like, you do all that. You introduce them to the world that you're like, great example, the anime community. Like you introduce them to like many animes, the culture, the memes, and all that great stuff.
Yeah.
Like you just want to show them like what's great about it.
Right.
And the same thing here with skate. Like he wants to show everything what's great about skateboarding. And I like that. I dig that. And hopefully, he'll take the spotlight next episode or later on in the future. But But I like his role, what he brings.
But yeah, we also got to see quite a bit of the Matador. I think his name is Adam. I'm pretty sure that's what I caught.
That's his
real life name.
His skateboard.
Oh, his skateboarding name, the Matador.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like he's just an absolute character. It doesn't help. Like I think we can proudly say it here, but he also has the same voice actor as Dio.
Yes.
From the JoJo series, and
it's just a combination of both Dio and Ku.
And Kahulan from Fate. Yeah. Lancer.
My bad.
Yeah. We keep making fun of him like that, but it's just that every time he comes in, he brings that presence like Shadow does when he's in when he's in the show. Like, oh man, you stand out. Like
but to him, he's more like a king.
Like he has that like I'm here presence,
Also helps that he is super duper rich.
Yes.
He's got the money.
Hopefully we get to learn a little bit more later on.
Yes. Not that he's finally becoming part of the story.
Yeah.
Instead of being on the side. But yeah, man, very exciting. Like I said, this episode wasn't as strong with Maya, whatever.
Mia.
Yeah. But
the race was pretty hype though.
Yeah, it was.
The race in general with like between Langa and Mia was hype.
Yes, so can't wait for the next episode. And we are keeping it.
Yeah, we're definitely keeping this one.
We don't need to say it.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
Doubly making sure. Speaking of double, we're going to move on to Promised Neverland Season 2, Episode 3. I like where this one's a great episode. It
was great. It was fantastic.
Yeah, because like Promised Neverland, we've said this before, but this season in particular is all about the kids learning, like exploring more and like learning new, because they don't surviving. We don't know much about the farm, and neither do they.
Yeah.
Like outside the farm, we don't know anything outside the farm, and neither do they. So they're learning as we're going along too. Mm-hmm. And so I guess like because of just how lax that this episode and like the prior episodes have been overall, I think the tension might seem a little low.
Yeah.
But I don't know. To me, I feel like it's at an all-time high because we don't know what's lurking throughout anything.
That's perfect you say that, because that's what always keeps me like in check, like because
in your toes. Yeah.
You don't know what's out there. Like yes, we know the demons are hunting after them, but there's some areas that they don't go to. why though?
Yeah.
Why they're not going in those areas?
And what makes matters even worse is that now we found out that Sanju is kind of has an interest in humans.
I don't blame him because he is a demon after all. It is in his nature.
Literally in the DNA, in the food chain.
Yes. But like out of the respect that, training these kids to survive better and like being with them for a while, he's like, I'm gonna not kill them. So I'm gonna wait. Like he's in it for the long game.
Yeah, he's in it for the long haul. He wants to wait until they can have kids of their own, and then hopefully, a couple, like 1 or 2 generations down the line, that's when he'll go for the hunt.
Yeah, because it's considered wild food.
Yeah.
Because he is a hunter.
Yes.
So it makes sense. I still think he's a good guy. So,
yeah.
But like he understands why the demons love these children.
Yeah. He can see it, but Mujika, not so much. She's like, what are you doing? Stop that. That's against our religion.
But yeah, I like the ending of this episode. Like the tension now really really kicked in. Like what happens.
And I also like the fact that the characters kind of have a little bit of reprieve of their own.
Yeah. Because
they find the base, they get to kind of relax and get a little R&R, more so. So yeah, it's just like, where do we go?
Exactly, and that's always exciting to see in anime. It's like I don't know where they're going next and what's coming up.
Yeah, because that cliffhanger that they left off on, where Emma finally gets to talk with the person that they've been searching for the longest time. It's
yeah, it's
crazy.
It's like a oof.
Yeah.
What happens next? And yeah, that's the end of that episode. Dave, you have any 2 cents to jump in?
For me, in general, because Ravi brought it up, the tension.
Yeah.
I didn't feel the tension from the first and second episode. This one, third one, there was tension, but towards once they got into the house underground,
right, the underground
base kind of thing that looks like the house but just underground.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird how it's abandoned, but they still have supplies in there and running stuff. And of course when they found that room that says help, that was another big whoa.
That brings the question in.
Yeah, like what happened here? So we'll see what happens. But this is where the tension picked up in general.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was just an adventure, I guess.
Yeah, and with that, we move on to the next anime.
Yep.
What do we got, Robbie?
So the next anime we got is Cells at Work Code Black, episode 3. And all right, so this episode kind of counts as like, the sex episode.
Oh yes, but a very educational.
Educational
purpose kind of way, which they talk about the. Can I just say it?
Erectile dysfunction, yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, they talk about how all the blood cells have to report down there.
You don't have to explain that.
But yeah, they tackle that part of the body, and I always made a joke about it in the original. I was like, what are they gonna talk about? Like, the nasty parts of our body.
Parts.
Yeah, the private parts, and they sure do.
In Code Black, yeah.
In Code Black.
That's crazy too. And then it sucks for the main character because he keeps on trying.
He keeps on trying. He keeps on putting in his own work.
And then towards the end, man, he shuts it down. He was like, man, all that work was for
They
nothing.
keep that dark tone, bro.
It's very relatable too, because it's just like, because the whole purpose, of like our red blood cell is to like make sure that the sperm cells, actually reach the ova. But he's like, that's when he learns, like, wait a minute, this doesn't always happen. They don't always reach there. So he's like, why?
What's the purpose?
What's our body doing?
And then we end opened up the episode with a virus. No, not a virus. What was it? Yeah,
gonorrhea.
It was a virus, right?
Yeah, it's disease.
Just gonorrhea, yeah.
Gonorrhea coming into the body.
Yeah.
It's just scary.
We'll see what happens, man.
Yes, keeping the dark tone. I love it.
But we gotta switch over to happy because...
It Cells at Work, Season 2, Episode 3.
Yeah.
And, they had Nasty Parts too.
Oh, yeah, with the mosquito bite.
Yeah, the mosquito bite and the pimple.
Yeah, so I like the fact that the first episode kind of for the most part had like that one story going on.
Mm-hmm.
2 and 3, this one also goes for the whole split episode, split 2 story thing where it's like the first episode talks about the mast cell and how it releases histamine onto the body whenever it needs to get rid of an infection, which in this case is the mast cell. Oh no, the mosquitoes.
You know what's crazy about this season in general?
What's
It
that?
doesn't focus on the red cell as much.
No,
They focus on every cell, I guess.
Yeah.
And then plus
the white blood cell. Yeah, the white blood cell is the star. Is the star
I
of the
feel
season.
like a lot of characters are becoming more known now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we're really seeing each cell in the body like have their moment in the anime, and especially with the pimple episode with the hair.
So he fights the acne cell.
Yeah.
And
we see the little hair people and stuff.
Yeah, and it's funny too because like this anime or like this anime in contrast to Black, this one talks about like one specific thing. So like with the mosquito bite, it's just a little bug bite.
Yeah.
And
we got it control.
And the pimple, it's like, oh shoot, it's like one follicle, one hair cell, or like one strand of hair.
We got it covered.
Yeah.
But like when it comes to Cold Black, it's like, no, the whole body's screwed up, dude. Like this, like we're just trying to survive at this point.
Yeah.
No, but
I'm fighting for my life.
no, but like I said, like past podcasts, like I love how they bounce off each other.
Yeah.
Like one's healthy, a super healthy body. The other one's like, oh.
For this, I guess for Cells at Work, season 2 in general, it's more like things happening to that person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
More than look, this guy overstressed.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's way more germs. I feel there were more like bacteria and stuff that we get introduced to and
he gets
get more spotlight.
Yeah,
for.
he gets more affected on Black than just accidents or something happening on Cells at Work.
No, yeah, that's what I like about it. It's like one's like healthy, like it has that happy vibe, and when Black, you're dark and sad.
Right.
Where is the hope and the light?
Mm-hmm.
This one you just get sick or something.
Yeah, you get a little sick. You can overcome it.
Yeah.
Because your body's strong. But yeah, that's Cells at Work, man.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see more. See what else it has in store for.
What other shenanigans?
Bring more of the red cell, but
I know. Yeah, she was a great character from season 1.
She's just cited into like.
I mean,
haha.
she still has a presence, like at least with the first half of this episode.
She has a lot of chibi.
Yeah, with the first half of this episode, with the mosquito bites, she was there for a little bit, but yeah, for the most part, she's definitely on the sidelines compared to good old white blood cell.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. There's still a lot of episodes to go to.
Yeah.
And so with that, on to the next anime.
Next anime we got is Dragon Quest Dai's Adventure, episode 16.
Yes.
And we can firmly say that this is the training episode.
Yes.
This is the episode.
This is the training / planning episode.
Mm-hmm. Of like what Dai has to do, and what
I thought was funny in the beginning was with Blizzard. No, what's
Blizzard?
Blizzard, yeah.
Blizzard, yeah.
He was just chilling in the tower, just laying back and stuff, right next to the princess.
Yeah, and he announces that like, hey, if y'all don't do what if y'all don't, y'all could think that like, oh, Princess Leona's fine, but if you don't come back till next sundown, then she's gonna die.
Yep. But I remember like last episode he said that she's fine, like she's not gonna die, and now he's like
he's a trickster.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, oh, I dig that. I dig that about this villain.
Yeah.
Blizzard. So,
for the longest time we were like, oh, she's fine.
Yeah.
They have time.
Nope. No time whatsoever. But we get introduced to the mage that was with Avon.
Avon's companion.
Yes, other companion, and he's like, yo, you guys kind of suck. But
I think his name was
especially Pop.
Pop, yeah. Straight up roast that boy.
Oh yeah,
roasted so hard.
Especially when he found out, like, wait a minute, you were so Dai. I understand, you know, his last pupil, but you were there. Avon was weak on you. Avon was too soft. I'm gonna show you what real training is like. So they just casually come over to Mom's village.
Yeah, nonchalant.
And instant transmission, which is literally what they call it. They call it instant transmission, and we get Pop's training. Pop puts some work in, and I love how they always have Pop in particular that always gets the training done.
Yeah, because I like to say too, Pop is the weakest.
Yeah.
But like he has potential. He does come in clutch when the final moment comes in, and I guess that's what he sees too.
Yeah.
Like there's a reason why Avon took him in.
Yeah.
So I like that they addressed it in the show as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like about this show, man. They addressed all the problems if I do have one, they're like, okay, we know. Yeah. We know about it. We're trying to get it through. I was like, okay, thank you, anime.
And I also like
that's pretty cool too. The whole coming back to the island too.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, I'm gonna just leave you here to die. And then I was like, oh no, Pa. And then Pop ended up, coming back on his own.
He learns instant transmission through that.
Or Zoo?
Yeah.
Zoom.
Zoom.
Yeah. And I love that. I love that. Pa didn't give up.
Yeah, like, oh, I'm still on the 4th seat, man.
I'm gonna be there. Hey, the old man though.
I love how you said it too.
Baduk.
Yeah, he's like, is he a main character? Like, he keeps popping up here and there.
Yeah, like I noticed that like ever since like Hyunkel, he's been here.
Yeah. and he puts in work, man. Like especially now that he made
the bombs.
He made the bombs and they're in motion.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see what happens from there.
Yeah. But our heroes are gonna go for round 2. Can't wait.
Round 2. Hopefully they say the princess.
Yeah.
And with that, on to the next anime we got. Oh man, just straight up amazing animes we got from here.
Oh yeah.
Re:Zero, 2nd season, part 2, episode 3.
Doesn't ring off the tongue as much as last week's, but you know what? I'll accept it.
Yes, we get Garfield.
The Garfield episode.
Yes.
And like, okay, so I want to address this, and this in particular with you, David, because what did you think in regards to how this episode handled the whole thing with Garfield? And
I was bored with Garfield.
Oh, you didn't like Garfield?
Yeah, no. His whole backstory, no.
Okay.
Really?
All right then. Okay, flip the other coin. Flip on the other side of the coin. I really enjoyed this episode, mainly because of the fact that this has the whole thing with Subaru versus Garfield, and unlike what we saw in part 1, where like Garfield decimated everybody, killed everybody, Subaru handles this on a different level, and he actually looks into what makes Garfield tick and why he is the way he is. And I don't know, I personally enjoyed like his backstory, and also in regards to like why he has a hatred of like leaving why he has a hatred of leaving the sanctuary, why he's so adamant of having Emilia do what he's doing, and why he's like so aggro all the time.
Yeah, literally Subaru brings in the table the question is like, why?
Yeah.
Like, why are you doing this, man? Like, there has to be. I need you to tell me so I can understand.
Yeah.
Like, he comes up to him like, like real person. Like, I need to understand where you're coming from because it makes no sense on my side.
Yeah.
And Garfield's too scared. He's too afraid to like tell the truth.
And I think that's where I enjoyed it the most, where I guess Subaru had more of initiative.
Yes.
Yeah.
Since before he was always just pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just whatever comes out of his mouth just comes out
Mhm.
in a mad way.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's like thinking about it.
He has
now,
a battle
thinking of what
plan.
he's-
Yeah.
Yeah. He's finally thinking of what he could say.
And he really stood his ground in this episode.
Mhm.
Very much so. Like
And we find out he has some type of ability.
yeah. Like,
Hey, Shamak, no, that's not a new ability. That he had that in season
No, but,
one.
I know, but he uses
Oh!
it as a...
the new one.
Right.
Yeah.
The fact that he could actually be able to
Yeah.
use stand abilities.
Yes, the one fist, the stand ability. But yeah, I love that whole segment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, other than the Garfield backstory, that where Subaru stood his ground and that he got the respect from Garfield.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, Subaru, I'm really on your side. Like, I was on your side, but there was problems here and you there. But you show the audience this.
Right.
I can't wait to see how you overcome the other situations that are gonna be in your way.
Yeah.
It was funny with what's his name?
Ada?
Otter.
Yeah.
Where like he's like, you jerk, man.
But I do want to say though, with Garfield's backstory, like it's not handled like as a traditional backstory because for the most part, it's told in two halves. I feel like
Yes.
one half he does mention as to what happened.
And this was through Sanctuary.
Yes.
Yeah, this was through Sanctuary. Like what happened and why his mother left, versus what he actually saw when he did enter, because he did end up. Because the whole conflict with Garfield was that he went in, tried the trial, and he was just so horrified in what he saw that he ended up scarring his own forehead because of it. Versus like what now, he goes in and kind of does confront his own fears and does confront kind of what he was going through.
And finally knows the truth.
Yeah. So I thought that was a pretty interesting way of handling it. Like it's not a straight up like told backstory like Otto's was.
No.
Because I feel like in a way they kind of knew that Otto's backstory was more interesting than Garfield's was.
Mm-hmm.
But the way Garfield's was told it sort of equals out. For me, it equals out.
No, yeah, it really plays the fact that, like, what was he hiding? Like, even himself, he was hiding from himself what was the truth in that event. So yeah, that was very good handling, and especially the ending.
Oh, I
man.
did not see that ending coming.
Me either. I'm very excited for the next episode. My girl, Echidna, comes in. Woo! Cat fight.
Emilia, and I love the fact that Emilia like actually takes what Subaru said to her heart. It's like,
yes.
I'm insufferable, but I got I can handle my own issues.
Yes,
I got this.
Yes, I'm excited. I'm very excited to see what these witches are gonna do. And with that being said, we got on the next anime.
It's still the hype train keeps going up.
If you heard last podcast, I was very excited for this episode, and man, oh man, it did not disappoint me at all. It was amazing from minute to end.
It kept us on our toes.
But yeah, man, it's so amazing, man. It's just, woo, man. With Aaron's just like on another level, man. Just watching him react to stuff, to like his actions is like insane. It's insane to believe.
This is what we call character development right here, because like when Aaron takes the initiative, he takes the initiative. He's like he takes no prisoners.
It's not like that. It was characterization, but it's the whole story that we've been through.
Yes.
In general, that hit the most.
Right.
You know? Since we were there from the beginning, and now it's like he's a changed man, you know.
Very much so, yeah.
And then even in this episode, we see our returning characters.
We see the crew. We see Mikasa. We see Sasha. We see Connie, Jean, all of them.
Yes. Oh, you're forgetting one though.
Good old Levi.
Oh boy. Oh man.
And then the music in this episode was amazing.
Oh man,
the
it slaps.
The tension would come in. I was like, who's coming in? I was like, is there another character popping in? Whoosh, there goes the character. I was like, oh damn, here comes another one. The music just keeps going, and I'm like, damn.
The Warhammer Titan when he...
Yo, that's a cool Titan.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
oh yeah.
I like, whoa, just making weapons out of thin air, awesome.
Or the fact that Eren punched the Warhammer Titan as it was still like shifting.
I've never seen that because usually in anime you wait till the transformation ends, and Eren's like, nah, screw that. I'm going in.
Like we said, Eren has evolved.
Yes,
over
man.
time, so he thinks before he angrily attacks.
Yes, man. And just it's so good to see. It feels great to watch this episode.
Yeah,
man.
like
Even that scene where he's just standing there, he was thinking at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He wasn't just gonna pop in and jump in to attack. He's like,
What's my next move?
What is the weakness?
Yeah.
right, because like in the first season, like again, he was reacting to everything.
Yeah,
he
he
didn't
reacts
understand
to
his own
attack.
powers. Season
No, even till like the later seasons
Mm-hmm.
where he ends up just raging into there, where
Right.
he ends up getting tied up and chained.
No, yeah, and
So
yeah, the entirety of season 3, part 1, he was a damsel in distress.
yeah, very true. And just watching him become the man that he is now is just like whoa. But away from them, the great characters that they are, we still see our Falco and the gang, how they're reacting to all this.
Yeah.
not Falco.
No, Falco wasn't around.
No,
at
I was
all.
just saying the
Yeah.
group as the
Oh,
group.
with Peak and
The
Porco.
rest of the squad.
Yeah, the rest of that squad, and it's just, I mean, it's just the whole, Eren and Mikasa, their struggle. Now we're seeing it again.
Mm-hmm.
Just the theme of war.
Yeah, and you can tell that like our crew has improved.
Oh yeah,
Significantly.
Oh, very
'Cause
much so.
When Porco comes in, as the Jaw Titan, he tries to give back up to the Warhammer Titan. He's like, "What are they? They're just regular people."
Oh man, yes, man, I love that scene where like when he's a Titan.
The whole squad is just like spec cops or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Literally, what makes this even better is that Reiner, because the only two remaining like Titans that like understand how dangerous like the Paradise Island crew is,
Yeah.
are mainly just Reiner and Zeke.
Yeah.
Like everybody else, they have no idea what's going on.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
like.
for them, they're more like, we're fighting with weapons,
Mm-hmm.
floor,
Humans,
standard
yeah.
floor kind
Yeah.
of thing. And the old squad literally just zipping like Spider-Man everywhere,
Yeah,
just
man.
flying
I
all
just,
over the
I just,
city.
I love that scene where like.
And then they have these new, like, they're not new launchers, but they're more improved launchers.
They're new.
They're like grenades
Right.
/ bombs.
Mm-hmm.
They were pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting those.
But yeah, I just love that scene where like the Jaw Titan is like dumbfounded, and then the shot of everyone coming in just to attack him. I seen them forever, but it even brought me fear. I was like, oh damn, bro.
They've changed. They've improved.
Like, they're-
It's just a bunch of birds. Just
Yeah, man,
attack for bread.
bunch of savages, bro. Oh my god, and I want more.
when Eren was like when Eren figured out like where the true body was.
Oh man, that's
goodness.
such a great shot too.
I
man.
guess for this show in general, I never said this on the other I have, maybe I'm not, is the CGI with the Titans themselves.
Oh.
It's a minor thing, but it's
Season 2 and 3 also resorted to using CGI too for
but
Titans.
it's usually 2D,
Oh yeah, especially with the Colossal Titan.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But the 2D liven up the character, the Titans
Yeah.
themselves. But it's a minor thing, like I said.
Mhm.
It's not a big issue. But yeah, just I wish it was 2D sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you.
Uh,
Because I remember the Warhammer Titan was just CG, wasn't it?
yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
All the Titans.
All the Titans are all CG now.
CG. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, but other than that, I can't wait. I can't wait for next episode. I wish it was right now.
I like that Levi didn't say anything.
Oh man,
No,
dude,
he was barely in it. But
Yeah.
bro.
What did he want to say, right?
what did he need to say?
Yeah.
Dude, just his look, we all know Levi, man. It's just
He
when
wants-
he's in the stage, bro,
Hey, man.
forget about it.
It's his revenge.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Against what happened with the Beast Titan. Yeah, he's not gonna let that go.
Hell no. I hope not.
like I said through the show, it's war, man.
War.
They brought war and we bring it back.
Hell yeah, man. with that, we have one more anime.
One more anime. We move on to our last anime, which is also super hype.
Yes.
Jujutsu Kaisen episode 15.
All right, the games are on, man, and everyone's trying to, get the curses, right?
No. Team Kyoto wants to make sure that Yuji is dead.
You know what I like about this episode too? They find out like right away. It wasn't like 3 episodes far or like 5 episodes ahead. No, they're like, here, they're gonna attack our main protagonist.
Yeah,
because they noticed in the formations, they're like, wait a minute, they're not attacking. They're trying to gang up on Yuji.
Yeah. No, yeah, because they have not encountered them anywhere out there, and they're like, wait, if we haven't encountered them, then they're off to something. So let's go back to our boy who was struggling.
But the most magical thing happened in this episode. Because I was waiting on this.
What was his name again?
Toto,
yeah. Jeez, Toto is a character.
That's a fun character, man.
He's just an absolute delight of a character. Because we all knew.
Yes, we all saw
what was gonna happen if and when he ever encountered Yuji. He was gonna have to pop the question.
Yes.
Number 1, what's your name? Number 2, what's your taste in women?
Oh man, we had like a little side thing going on here. It was like, what is Yuji gonna say in this type of women? And I predicted right that he is
a butt man.
A butt man, yes.
I was like, no, it's probably gonna be boobs. But yeah, Omar won.
Yes.
I think it was funny because I love that he points out movie references, not movie references.
An actress,
actresses.
Oh man, what was it? Jennifer
Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah. And then since my boy, he heard the answer, he has his own little flashback.
It's a little fantasy of Yuji being his best friend
at high school, regular high school.
Yeah, man, and it's so funny, man. And
it's like if this was their actual real life thing.
Yes, and just like him coming back to you. Oh my god!
And he got rejected, and they ended up buddies.
Yeah, let's go get Robin.
Let's go get Robin, bro.
And then once he come back, you just see the man leaning back, tearing up.
Oh, I need you to put the image of this.
Yeah.
The image does it justice, man.
He was tearing up.
Oh
man.
my god!
And Yuji back there is like, what?
What is going on?
And throughout the rest of the episode, he was like, best friend. My best friend. We're going to go at this.
Wait. All of you stay back.
Stay out of this. This is my fight.
Me and my friend are fighting.
Yes.
My best friend.
Oh man, I knew it, dude. I knew that Yuji and them were gonna hit it off, man. I just had that feeling, bro.
Well, not yet, man. He's still confused.
I feel like this is still one-sided.
Yeah, it's a one-sided.
I know, but the fact that he's calling him best friend, I'm just like, oh man, I just can't wait.
It's like, what? Best friend?
Yeah.
Are we best friends?
But there is a flaw. There is a flaw in Yuji, and he calls him out on it. He's like, bruh, you're kind of weak.
No. Don't be using that demon thing. All right?
Yeah,
I want your power.
He knows, because he's also powerful, in the magic. And he knows that there's a delay in this, because that was his strong point in the last arc, but he's telling him no, that's weak. I need you. You want to become stronger, right? Best friend.
you gotta put in the work. I'm gonna teach you.
You want to be stronger, right, best friend? And he's like, you goddamn right. He's like, all right, let's go. Yeah, but that they stole that episode, man, and
damn the fighting cheese.
Oh man, it's beautiful. It's beautiful to watch.
It's so well coordinated. Just
and then this show in general knows how to move with CGI.
Oh
when
yeah.
it's not noticeable.
Yeah, very much so.
I'm like, damn.
Sometimes I'm surprised they don't have Panda as CGI.
I know, that's crazy. Like it's a very.
I feel this, but they had a budget, a pretty big budget for the show.
Yeah, because like Goblin Slayer, they had him sometimes CGI when he was moving.
That's
like,
true, yeah.
And then with Panda, like he's hardly even CGI. Like he's very 2D.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah, like the only thing that we saw in the show in general CGI was like a couple of monsters.
Yeah.
And then the background kind of area just rotate, but that's what's cool about it.
Yeah, and even with those monsters, they still look good.
Yeah. They did.
They look great.
Look fantastic. The effects also.
They look ugly.
Oh yeah.
But in a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all around, just fantastic episode.
It ended off good though.
Yes.
It did.
Can't wait till
Yeah.
next week, man. Just stopped there, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
this is what I like about shows in general. You just can't wait till
when
next
you get
week.
there,
man.
yeah. When you get to that end point, and you're like, no, that's it.
Same way how it was for Attack on Titan.
Oh
yeah.
yes.
It gave me the same vibe. Where I'm like, I can't wait till next week.
No,
but it's usually how it is with
it's
good
very
shows.
very strong animes this season, honestly.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially how we arranged it. Like we had to have the best for last.
Yes. Oh yes, man. Like I'm very excited for this season.
Yeah. So in general, we would always have the new animes in the beginning, and then of course later on we'll have what do you call it?
Our established.
We will move them around how we think which one's best for us or which
preferences
one we like
wise
and stuff like that. And usually the first ones are the like getting ourselves into it, and then later on we push to the best anime that we were actually excited even more about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's how we like to do it here in the podcast. And if you have any better suggestions, then you leave a comment. But with that, I like to wrap up all the animes of this season for this week, and on to our news.
Yeah, we only have one piece of news here. One that we kind of figured was worth talking about, and it's that Takaya Imamura, who is a designer at Nintendo's internal department of game development, who also worked on F-Zero and Star Fox among other things, has moved on. Yeah. He's retired. He's left the designing biz. He's left Nintendo, and wishing him the best of luck. And it's not every day that you get to hear that a long-time Nintendo designer, especially one for as big of a tenure as this, leaves.
Yeah, man. I mean, give him his flowers or anything, his respect. That he served that company for like over 30 years, man.
Yeah, this is longer than we've all been.
We've all been alive, and with like great franchises like Star Fox and F-Zero, which that deserve more love. Honestly.
They do, yeah.
So with him being gone, it's just like where do those franchises go? Honestly.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say because these are franchises that we all really love, and F-Zero hasn't seen a new game since like the GameCube days.
Other than Smash.
Other than Smash, of course, the Captain Falcon rep, and Star Fox also. It's been getting games, but it's only been like kind of here and there, and it's never. I don't know. I guess it's never really captured that same magic that like 64 has.
Yeah, and the last new game that basically remade 64 on the Wii U.
On the Wii U, that controls wise is kind of very iffy. Yeah.
Well, yeah, man. I have many fond memories of these games, like especially with like Star Fox 64. That was a instant classic. Man.
Absolutely, yeah.
You could play that game for hours. Like it has great replayability, and then F-Zero as well. It's just you play the SNES version. It's just perfect.
N64, with X and GX, it's so it's like the racing is so good.
Yeah. I just hope that Nintendo, hopefully does something with them.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of just finding new blood. This is kind of like a criticism that a lot of people had for the longest time. Is that hey, you let the veterans retire, let the torch be passed on,
a new design will maybe be better.
There's nothing wrong to get a new design, a new lift.
Yeah, new blood. New blood to keep the flow, to keep it going, or to at least in this case bring it back. So yeah,
we got many character designers in general.
Yeah. Oh no. I'm also very excited for the future of who has the rights and like the honor of like continue the legacy of these franchises.
Oh yeah. Because right off the bat, I can think of a lot of different like companies and such that can, like as far as like third-party development is concerned, that can continue these series. So we'll see.
But yeah, respects to this man, and hopefully whatever he does in the future, he does it well, or just has a good life.
Yep. And with that being said, that wraps up this week's anime podcast episode. Be sure to give us a like, comment, and subscribe if you guys want to see more stuff like this. And like always, my name is Robbie.
And this is Omar.
And this is David.
And we'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Lates.